Hello everyone, Dan Keep with Jeet Physiology. More today is day 7, the final day of Apply the Concepts and Feel the Way. What I want you to do is I'm going to do a quick recap, and then I want you to do something for me. So as a recap, there are so many different concepts as far as Jeet is considered, and there's honestly so many different ways you can apply this in life. There's so many different ways you can apply life to JKD, JKT to life, JKD to life, or whatever it may be. Too much for me, honestly, to really cover in 1 week. I will obviously periodically, there you go. I will actually periodically, discuss different different ways of applying the Jeet Kune Do concept and feeling the Jeet Kune Do way. I have other videos as well, and I will post other videos in the future. I also will touch base on different concepts, different aspects of the concept and the Jeet Kune Do way as we progress in my video content. So, what I want you to do is, and this isn't necessarily your challenge, it's part of the challenge, but what I want you to do is make Jeet Kune Do way your way. Make it your way, and what I mean by that is allow your spirit to be free. Don't set yourself to a specific way of doing things. Yes, we want to structure our life because if structuring our own lives, number one, that's holding ourselves accountable, which is extremely important. Number two, that is going to allow us to have some type of basis to go by so that we don't go all the way out here and here and here and every other place and say, we might have 5 different things we're doing at once and we don't accomplish one because we're all over the damn place, okay? And then number 3, what it's going to do for you by structuring yourself is actually going to allow more self-discipline in your life. So these things are very important. But what I don't want you to do is I don't want you to say, hey, well, I have to listen to just this person, I have to listen to just this person, or I want to listen to this, or I only listen to this person. You know what? No, that is called having a closed mind. Even if you think this specific person is the best person in the world to cover the material you're looking at, how do you know without trying? How do you know that maybe there's someone else out there, they may not have as good of content, but maybe they just touch base with you the way they say their words. Maybe they touch base with you in a way that the main person you watch cannot do. I found this out in many different ways. I'm going to use an example of music. Most of my, when I was younger, of course, I listened to all different kinds of music. I grew up on 60s, 70s, and 80s music, especially rock, and some 50s as well. And, but as a kid growing up, I grew up in the 80s, so, that's when hip-hop became popular, so I was watching that on MTV, listening to that, Michael Jackson, all kinds of other music, the great 80s rock bands are now what they call the hair bands or whatnot, or the power ballads. There was so many different kinds of music. However, there was a period of my life where I was only listening to classic rock. I was kind of a modern-day hippie, if you want to say, and I would not go outside of that. Then I started, listening to a little bit more hip-hop, whatever. Then I was mainly listening to hip-hop and not really much of anything else. Maybe rock once in a while. So the reason I'm mentioning this is because I'm going to kind of explain to you how it's going to tie in, okay? So I was taking this class, and this class, they wanted to do a fun week, okay? So on this fun week, they decided, hey, let's do a subject on music. Everyone likes music. And what the professor said is, he basically touched base on the fact that when you broaden your horizon to a different way of thinking, you will honestly discover things about you that you never thought possible. And since music is actually a way to touch the soul, he mentioned, hey, listen to a different style of music can really help benefit you in life. Well, I did. So, I had never really listened to a whole lot of country. Not talking about it. Country there's some good music. Artists, they're very expressive in most ways, okay? But I didn't really listen to a lot. It's just not really my type of music. So what I did is I opened it up a little bit more, because at the time my kid's mother kind of listened to a little bit of that. And so I opened it up, started listening to a little bit more country, and he was absolutely right. Within that week, I was listening to more country, a little bit more, not a whole lot. I'm still not big on it, but I do still listen to some of it, okay? And then I started listening to more rock, and I was like, hey, I forgot about this song from years ago when I was growing up or when I used to listen to it a lot. And then I started opening up more and more and more, and what I found is, hey, you know what? I listen to this music at this time. It's going to touch me in this way. This music is going to touch me in this way. So, and the way this is going to apply is the same thing I'm talking about with watching video content or learning martial arts techniques and things like that. When you open your mind that hey, you know what, maybe I should watch 10 different people on this, then you will find things that you will not find in just that one person. That's how it works. That's how our mind works. That's how life works. That's how we as humans learn, grow, and develop, is we don't just go by one source. We go by multiple sources. So I don't want you to just watch me, even if everyone's like, hey, this guy's great, motivational for fitness and martial arts, that's great, good. That's what I want to do for you. But I also want you to check out other people as well to make sure that you are opening your mind to a new way of thinking. Even myself, I watch other martial arts. I watch other motivational speakers. I watch other people about fitness, nutrition, things like that. And then I comment, say what I suggest or think on that. And then they, I'm hoping that they're going to comment back, and sometimes they do, hoping they comment back so I can learn from them and they can learn from me. Here's the thing. You never want to have a closed mind, because great example I've used in the past, my kid's mother, she knows a little bit more now. But back in the day, years ago, she knew little to nothing about the human body and nutrition and how it works. She asked me one time, because I told her I was struggling in my training, and it's like I felt great, but like towards the end when I really should be able to push myself, and obviously towards the end of a hard training, it should be difficult. But it seemed like much more than what it should have been. So she just randomly asked me, she's like, well, why don't you eat bananas anymore? I don't see you eating bananas anymore. Aren't they a good source of potassium? Doesn't that help with your training somehow? I said, you know what? Okay, you know what? You're right. You could be right. Guess what? I started adding bananas back in. I stopped eating these mainly because I got burnt out. I was eating way too damn many of them. Anyway, and that really changed my world in my training. And ever since then, that was back in 2009, 2010. And ever since then, I've been putting a banana in with my smoothie and whatnot, and it's helped me greatly. So here's the thing I want to discuss on that is, a lot of times the people who you think cannot help you with something or may know little to nothing about a subject, those are sometimes, honestly, the best people to ask. Okay, so now let's get to the challenge. I want everyone to adapt and apply these things in life that I've discussed this week. I want your challenge to be today. Pick 5 things. I know magic number 5. I do that a lot, 3 or 5. I want you to pick 5 things or 5 ways that you are going to adapt and apply yourself with the concepts of Jeet Kune Do and with the way of living. And a way of living, that means, and I'm not saying, oh, hey, I'm not, this guy's telling me I need to get into self-defense. No, it'd be great, but I'm saying apply the lifestyle. Maybe the philosophical concepts, maybe the spiritual, the meditation, the breathing, the different movements, whatever it may be. I want you to pick 5 things and 5 ways you are going to apply yourself with the Jeet Kune Do concepts, with the Jeet Kune Do way. And if you want to know more, please comment, give me all your feedback, and let's go. Stay motivated, believe in yourself, believe you can do it, and believe that you deserve it. Let's get out there. Let's go. Smash, punch, kick that like button. Just don't break it. Let's get out there and do something. Pick yourself up, rise up, do more than what you did yesterday, and push yourself today. Let's go.